YouTube, what it do is your boy Benji, and we are back balling. If you're a new, please don't forget to subscribe. You can follow me on multiple social media platforms. Check out Hoops H YouTube, man. We are in the midst of it all. 4 games in, NBA playoffs. We just had the OKC Thunder matchup against Denver. Denver was going into this game leading 2-1. It's been a back and forth series. It's been really interesting to see OKC, the way they bounced back after a loss, the energy they've come out with, the intensity they played with. But it's interesting to see as well how Denver's poised. They've got a lot of guys that've been there. They've got a lot of guys that have been on this team for a while. And they're prepared to take a lot of the bumps and bruises that come along with everything. The Thunder is a young and turnt team, and it's nice to see. This game kind of went back and forth. I mean, it was a super low scoring first quarter. Led to in the second quarter, a lot of free throws and big time plays. I got to shout out Christian Braun. I mean, the energy and effort that he brings to the Nuggets, I think, is undervalued. But when he comes off the bench, he can provide big time scoring and defensive energy. So, I mean, the Nuggets fought their way back into the game, and it ended up being a back and forth game. I mean, the last 4 minutes of the game, I think, is really what kind of determined it all. And it was interesting to see who was going to show up because, I mean, we got MVP candidates matching up in this series. Shai and, of course, Jokic. Now, surprisingly enough, the Thunder have done some really good things, I mean, on Jokic. I mean, he's shooting, like, career lows, right, in this series. I think this is the first time this season that over the last 3 games he's shot less than 40% from the field. I mean, he's getting a lot of shot opportunities. He's not connecting on a lot. And you got to salute it. I mean, at the end of the day, the Thunder have a lot of length. I mean, you're talking about Chet, then you got Hartenstein. I mean, in the worst case, if one is guarding Joker, you got another guy sitting under the basket ready to contest. And, I mean, I think you could do a little bit of sinking in because you have guys like Aaron Gordon out there on the perimeter. And, I mean, Aaron Gordon has been knocking down shots. He's been playing very, very, very well. But if you'll live with Aaron Gordon going mano-a-mano instead of Jokic being able to be the centerpiece of that offense and be able to create for everybody. I mean, even this game 4, Jokic had 4 assists. Or like 3 assists, I believe. That's a recipe to win. Now, Denver's very good because, again, this game still was a close one at the very least. I mean, we're talking about a game that went 92-87. It was no joke. I mean, come on now. So I mean, Jalen Williams, he hasn't had like a superb game this series really. He showed up here in spurts. But I mean, I think they've done a really good job forcing him to be a jump shooter. Chet, at the end of the day, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. Go down there, grab boards, play defense, protect the rim. Not a really good offensive game for him, but he did what he was supposed to do. Again, Hartenstein mimicked exactly what Hogan was doing. They both went down there and grabbing boards because Jokic is very, 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 very good offensively on the glass. And the Nuggets themselves, I think they got a lot of guards that'll run out there and chase down some of those long 3 misses that they'll shoot. Lou Dort, I think this is like one of the first games in a long time that the dude was making 3-pointers on the road, but good for him. And then you had support from Casey Wallace and Aaron Wiggins. 2 guys that came in there and were able to provide a lot of energy. So dope enough for them. And then if you look at the stats on the Nuggets end of things, Aaron Gordon 15 and 16. I mean, that would in any situation, in any case, be a great game for Aaron Gordon. But you'll live with that because even though Jokic had 27 points, I think it was 9 for 22 from the field, 13 rebounds and 3 assists. Now, normally for most people, this is a good game, but again, so much goes through Jokic when you're talking about the Nuggets. So, I mean, I think that's what you have to do. You have to make him become a one-on-one player. And if you watch the Nuggets, that's something that I've been critical about. And that's something I revel in when we're talking about Nikola Jokic. The dude is very, very talented in regards to picking his spots. He's smart. And he conserves a lot of energy because he doesn't play a lot of one-on-one basketball. The most you'll see from him is a couple dribbles back down, turning over the shoulder to a hook, a floater, a fade. But anyways, that's where you see his one-on-one game. Now, the Thunder are doing a great job while they can send single coverage at him. They're sending helpers, guys in there to stab, jump, play physical with him, and they're leaving him on an island where Jokic has to create more and create more for himself. Again, we look here. Christian Braun had a solid game offensively, and again, he came in the game with energy, particularly in the second quarter. He was out there attacking the basket, running out on the break, trying to create shot opportunities and free throws. Jamal Murray, a solid game. Remember, but again, we don't need solid from you and Jokic. We need stellar subpar in order for y'all to get over the hump. Not a tremendous game from Shai either, but he did what he was supposed to do. Funny enough, though, I think the Thunder were kind of bailed out in the end of the game because it's not as if those last few minutes the Nuggets were able to connect on anything offensively. There was a couple nice shots that were made down the stretch, but over the last few minutes of the game, I mean, you had Jamal Murray throwing up air balls, you had Jokic missing and fighting and battling and fouling and pushing. And it became an offense that was relying on Michael Porter Jr. fadeaways and Aaron Gordon fadeaways. Christian Braun shooting open threes. That's kind of what the offense became over the last 5 minutes. And again, I'm not really upset at it because I think a couple of those shots, if they go down, this game goes completely separately, completely differently. But you would rather, again, these guys being the crux of the offense. And you try to do all you can to take Jokic out of it, which I would say OKC did a solid job of any team in doing that. But where I have a little bit of uneasiness, the Thunder, man, down the stretch, it was Shai, top of the key, isolation. Maybe I'll grab a screen here and there. That's pretty much all it was. One foe. I mean, the Nuggets were kind of doing this weird thing when they were kind of mixing up man and zone, but it kind of just came down to Shai getting a ball screen and trying to make something happen. I'm not against it, but Chris Paul is one of the more talented players I've seen in the pick and roll. Shai's typically not driving in order to try and create for the big. He's trying to create for himself. And I think that led to just a couple looking possessions over the last 2 minutes of Shai just trying to create something for himself down the line. I mean, he had a lot of like long misses of him trying to create step back threes and flopping and trying to draw contact, and then a couple of strange plays where he's just dribbling out the shot clock and he's attempting leaning shots and, you know, kicking the ball off his feet out of bounds. It wasn't pretty. The effort was there, though. I mean, there was a lot of second chance opportunities that were created for the Thunder, but again, if the Nuggets would have made a shot or two, this is not the offense you want. All right, this is not what you want to rely on for game. Luckily, Jalen Williams was able to come through in the clutch, knock out some free throws, and he had a couple nice drives to the cup. And guys like Caruso was out there grabbing offensive rebounds, as well as Chet that was out there. So I mean, they did all they could do in order to try to grant themselves enough opportunities to win this game, but that offense was sloppy. All in all, I think it's anybody's game for Game 5. I mean, they're going to be in Oklahoma City, but again, I think the bounce back has been important and critical, where neither team has been too tremendous bouncing back, but again, OKC, the energy they've come out with following some of their losses, I think is something to be marveled at, but we'll see how they return when we're talking about Game 5. Or will the numbers game start to land the Nuggets the favor?